Hello there, welcome to Non-Phil Flicks. On our lineup today, we have some of the top trending stories making the rounds in Nigeria. But before we go into the details, let's first look at the headlines. Buhari appeals to the United States over insecurity. Governors demand action from Buhari against recent killings. Nigeria rated third worst country in the world. Army threatens to sue those sharing photographs of slain soldiers. Reps urge Buhari to declare state of emergency. Saraki urges FG to seek help over escalating insecurity. Benue youths vow to resort to self-defense over herdsmen attacks. Jusun tenders apologies over unfriendly labor conduct. El-Rufai says no ransom, no negotiation policy stands. Wike declares curfew, says rampaging attackers deranged. Ikpeazu signs water bill into law. Ebonyi Federal High Court attacked government to prioritize initiatives on climate change. NIMASA kickstarts action on ports digitization. And the IMF to extend debt service relief to Nigeria. Now to the news in full. I am Valerie Aligbe. The President Muhammadu Buhari has stressed the need for the support of the United States and other important and strategic partners in combating the security challenges facing Nigeria. He said the support was necessary because the consequences of insecurity in Nigeria would affect all nations. Apart from seeking the assistance of the United States, according to the presidency statement, Buhari also called on the United States to consider relocating the U.S. Africa Command AFRICOM from Stuttgart, Germany, to Africa, nearer to the theater of operation. According to the president, the support of important and strategic partners like the United States cannot be overstated, as the consequences of insecurity will affect all nations, hence the imperative for concerted cooperation and collaboration of all nations to overcome these challenges. Senators and 3 governors have expressed concerns about the ceaseless killings and kidnappings nationwide, urging the President Muhammadu Buhari to seek foreign help. The lawmakers, while debating a motion on the activities of Boko Haram in Niger State, described insecurity in the country as not only terrible but shameful, urging the president to act fast. The Senate, in its resolution, agreed to summon the service chiefs and other heads of security agencies. It also urged the federal government to recruit more soldiers and other security personnel to boost the war against terrorism and other forms of insecurity. The Chandler Good Government Index has ranked Nigeria as the third worst governed country in the world. The report ranked the nation very low in governance, leadership and foresight, scoring the country 102 out of 104 countries with a score of 0.319 points, ahead of Zimbabwe and Venezuela. The report also ranks Nigeria low in other parameters, scoring the nation 98 in leadership and foresight, 85 in robust laws and policies, 101 in strong institutions, 88 in financial stewardship, 97 in attractive marketplace, 72 in global influence and reputation, and helping people rise at 98 points. Mauritius, which was Africa's best performer, scored 0.5670 points, placing it at the 38th position on the index. The Nigerian army has threatened to take legal actions against those sharing photographs of slain troops on social media, threatening to take legal actions to protect troops who die in action from being ridiculed on social media or any other platform. According to the Director, Army Public Relations, Brigadier General Mohammed Yerima, he condemned in the strongest term possible the indiscriminate sharing on social media of graphic pictures of personnel who paid the supreme price in the cause for defending and protecting the country from its adversaries. The army described the act as unpatriotic and utterly reprehensible. We recall that photos and videos of soldiers killed in rivers, Borno and other states by insurgents and criminals had surfaced lately on social media. The House of Representatives has called on the President Muhammadu Buhari to declare a state of emergency on security with a growing spate of attacks and kidnappings across the country. The House held a record 3-hour closed-door session where lawmakers unanimously adopted a series of resolutions. The House reiterated its commitment to ensuring that the country is secured while announcing its resolve to organize a security summit and invite service chiefs as well as heads of paramilitary agencies. Former President of the Senate, Senator Bukola Saraki, has advised the federal government to seek help wherever it could to address the escalating insecurity in the country. According to Saraki, calling for help in the present situation of the country was not a sign of weakness, stating further that he was worried over cases of violence, kidnapping and terrorism recorded in Anambra, Kaduna, Yobe, Niger, Lagos states and many parts of the country. He also called on the leaders of the APC to do all that was necessary to help the administration get solutions to the national crisis, stating further that this was a time for party leaders to be a part of the search for solutions and getting the government to act swiftly in implementing good ideas that would return normalcy and the path of genuine development. Following the recent attack on Abegena village in Makurdi local government area of Benue State by suspected Fulani herdsmen, youths in the area have vowed to take up arms for self-defense. Angered by the repeated incidents in the community, the youths in the village blocked the Lafia-Makurdi road on Tuesday morning, demanding justice from the government. We recall that suspected Fulani herdsmen had invaded the village at about noon on Monday, killing no fewer than 7 persons as scores sustained varying degrees of injuries. The Judiciary Staff Union of Nigeria, JUSUN, has apologized to the Minister of Labour and Employment, Chris Ngige, over its unfriendly labour approach at the conciliation meeting. We recall that JUSUN had on April 20 staged a walkout at the meeting called by the minister, including the Parliamentary Staff Association of Nigeria, PASSAN, to resolve the ongoing strike by the unions. The union apologized, urging the minister to continue with the reconciliation meetings, reiterating their unreserved apology to the minister. A new date has since been set for the continuation of the conciliation to be communicated to all relevant stakeholders. The Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai has insisted that his administration will not bow to blackmails from kidnappers in the state to abandon its no ransom, no negotiation policy. According to him, the kidnappers had resorted to killing as part of their efforts to compel his government to ditch its policy. He also lampooned those alluding to the statement that he made in 2014, where he called on the former president, Goodluck Jonathan, to use all options, including negotiation, to rescue the Chibok girls, adding that the incident had proven that solution to violent crimes was a robust response from the state and its cohesive agencies. The governor of Rivers State, Nyesom Wike, has imposed a nighttime curfew on all entry and exit points with Abia, Akwa Ibom, Bayelsa, and Imo states. Wike said the curfew, which took effect from Wednesday, was necessitated by security breaches and deadly attacks on security personnel by gunmen. The governor stated that no vehicle would be allowed into or out of Rivers State from 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. from April 28 until further notice. He recalled that on Saturday, some officials of the Customs, Police and Civil Defense Services were ambushed and murdered along the Port Harcourt-Owerri road, adding that nobody knew where and when the next attack would take place. Governor Okezi Ikpeazu of Abia State has signed the Abia State Water Bill into law to facilitate the state government's efforts in providing affordable potable water to all households in the state. Speaking during the ceremony at the Government House, Umuahia, Ikpeazu said the law would provide a legal framework that would guide the actions and mandate the state government to provide affordable potable water for households in Abia State. According to him, it is expected that this policy would aid the government in deploying efficient strategies that would improve access to potable water as well as boost sanitation and hygiene awareness in the state. Hoodlums in the wee hours of Tuesday attacked the Federal High Court at Abakaliki, burning some sections of the building. 2 security guards were also injured during the attack that was said to have occurred around 1 a.m. in the night. The Commissioner of Police in the state, Garba Aliu, confirmed the incident, saying the suspected arsonist had set the court ablaze through the use of some improvised explosive devices. He, however, confirmed that the fire situation was handled effectively by the state's fire service. The Lagos State government has said that it would continue to prioritize mitigation and adoption initiatives on climate change for all projects. The State Commissioner for Environment and Water Resources, Tunji Bello, said the state had been greatly impacted by climate change with varying climatic hazards due to its unique characteristics in terms of geographic location and features. Bello stated that it is now imperative for cities to develop climate action plans which will help chart the city's course towards decarbonization. The Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, NIMASA, has constituted a committee for the actualization of its 24 hours operations. Director General of NIMASA, Bashir Damo, gave the committee, which has been set up for this purpose, a 30-day period for the completion of the assignment and onward passage to the Committee of the Chief Executive Officers in the maritime industry. He stated that the implementation of the 24-hour port services, coupled with alternative sourcing of the waterways, as well as the rail lines, which is due to start sooner than later, will in fact relieve the issue of Apapa's gridlock. A financial analyst, Moses Igbude, has appealed to the International Monetary Fund to extend debt service relief to Nigeria because of the second wave of COVID-19. According to him, the challenges of the COVID-19 pandemic led to an economic downturn in the country, causing the government revenue to dwindle, stating further that factoring Nigeria in the next batch of nations expecting to get debt relief would be a financial respite. We recall that the Executive Board of the International Monetary Fund, IMF, had on April 1 approved the third tranche of grants for debt service relief for 28 member countries under the Catastrophic Containment and Relief Trust Fund. The relief is expected to help free scarce financial resources for vital emergency health, social, and economic support to help mitigate the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. And with that, we come to the end of our lineup for you today. Do touch that like button and subscribe so you don't miss our next bulletin. From us here at Non-Phil Flicks, we wish you a most productive day ahead.